Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am the garden and worm lady on my other channel, but on here I am the worm lady. Welcome to my channel. I am a worm farmer and have been one for almost 21 years. I love to raise worms in towers. I've been doing it since 2002 when the Worm Factory came out. So this channel is going to be about me raising my worms, all different types, in different types of towers. I've had many years of experience with this, and I hope you stick around and enjoy, like, and subscribe. So in this Worm Factory 360, I have 4 different types of worms living. I have red wigglers, European night crawlers, African night crawlers, and Louisiana swamp worms. There are no blue worms in here. In my entire wormery, I don't have any blue worms, and it's taken me years to get to that point. So this is a worm chow that I fed them. As you can see, they're right under the surface, eating. Towers are a good way to start composting from the beginning. You just need bedding, like you can use shredded cardboard or shredded newspaper. I started out with strips of newspaper. You dampen it up and you squeeze it until all the water squeezed out, and then you can layer it. What I do is I start at the bottom with a layer of newspaper, and as you can see, the newspaper is partially gone down here because the worms will eat it. I also like to use straw and pine shavings. This bedding is a little, well, it's got good moisture, but I don't know. I like it a little wetter. In towers, you can also, you don't have to feed them worm chow. You can feed them your kitchen scraps, and they'll eat all that and leave you castings, which is their poop, which is used as a fertilizer. Worm castings is safe to use on all plants and vegetables. It doesn't burn anything. You don't have to worry about how much to use. It's safe to use. I've been using it for years, and it's like nature's fertilizer. Look, worms also like dry leaves. So right now it's autumn in southern Indiana, and it's leaf season. So if you guys are interested in worms or supplies, follow my website and go visit. It's thegardenandwormlady.com, and I carry all kinds of things there. And I built the website myself, guys, so be patient sometimes if you see something, you know, that's not spelled right or whatever. English is not my first language, so sometimes my spelling is a little off, let's just say. So I hope you like watching this. See, look, there's more pine shavings at the bottom. It's nice having these worms in here. I cook a lot, so they eat a lot of my kitchen scraps. And the reason I mix this up is because there's 2 things that worms need the most. They need moisture and they need oxygen. Without those 2 things, the worms will die from lack of moisture, and they will also die from lack of oxygen because the bedding will go sour, which means anaerobic, which is not good. See, look, this is an African night crawler right here. You can tell by his size. Look how big he is. I have raised one that's been like all the way up to here. So right now I'm just mixing up their bedding. Pretty soon I'm going to give them some pumpkin, and we're going to take it from there. So right now, let's look at what's underneath this tray. Oh, look, there's some living down here. And it's perfectly normal for you to find worms down here at the bottom. what I do is I just take them and I scoop them up and I just put them back in the bin. With these towers, guys, it has a spigot on the other side. If you have moisture coming out of it, your bin is too wet. They have that spigot there in case, but you should never have moisture coming out of this. And the water that comes out, or the liquid that comes out of that spigot, it's called leachate. It is not good. It is not a worm tea. Worm tea you make, that stuff is like, I guess I would call it like their byproduct. It's not good to use. Some people do use it, but honestly, that's what we used to think about 20 years ago, but I don't use it anymore. I haven't used it for many years. It's not good. It's not full of good bacteria. So right now I'm going to give them a light feeding at the top of my worm chow that I make. And then I'm going to spray them with my spray that helps microbes grow. Microbes are what they eat. And they're really going to enjoy that. I always cover them with damp newspaper. And I noticed that when it has the cover on it, it usually stays pretty damp. Now I'm going to do my best to add subtitles in different languages to these videos so that you all could keep track and maybe see. So I hope you like this first video of mine. Subscribe and like. Go check me out on my other channel, thegardenandwormlady.com. And I will see you next time. Take care.